Good afternoon. I'm starting this vlog at such an odd time for me because I usually start my vlogs right after the boys get on the school bus. But today it's actually about noon. Myles is home from school. He's down there eating some chicken fries. He goes to the AM class, so they don't serve lunch, they serve breakfast, and so I usually have lunch made for him when he gets home. Randomly this morning I decided to wait until I kind of got my mind together, got the house together a little bit. It's definitely not perfect, but it was too much for me today, and I had to kind of start straightening up. I don't know if you can hear the dishwasher, but I threw some dishes in the dishwasher, some towels in the washer. I had to just kind of like be a little productive before I picked up the camera. Listen, I don't know. I actually had a meeting this morning and I have another meeting in a few days about videography. So things are coming along, things are happening. It's very exciting. But yeah, I bought something and I want to show it to you guys. And I'm very, very excited about it. My brain cannot handle this. I'm gonna like just make this be quiet for a second. We have some ground beef right here because I'm about to throw together a crock pot dinner, but we have repurchased an espresso machine. I'll explain why in a minute, but first let's start with which one I got. So this is a Nespresso Pot Plus. All I know is that this color was limited edition. It's the matte black and gold, and I love it. She's a little, I just got her yesterday, but she's kind of like, I need to dust her off. She's looking a little dusty, but it's so cute. It's a little smaller. It's one of their smaller ones, so it doesn't take up as much space. And then I got it with the frother. I've never used the actual Nespresso frother before, so I'm excited to see how I like that. Over here we have our pods. I got my Milazio and my double espresso Chiaro. These are my two favorites when I had my old Nespresso machine, and so I just stuck with that. And then it also came with this like sample box, and Josh has been trying out the different coffees that are in here just because he's less picky and he doesn't really know what his favorite pod from Nespresso is because he's been kind of forced to just use the ones that I pick out. So I told him if he finds one in here that he likes, we can order those too, obviously. I'm gonna sit down and where can I put you guys? If I have a long-winded thought, the camera actually gets pretty heavy in my hand, and I know that sounds dramatic, but it really does. The reason why I repurchased an espresso machine is because if you guys remember, I had an espresso machine in the past and I got rid of it whenever I started going to the gym religiously and I gave up coffee, which, as you guys know, I've been drinking coffee again, and I get on my kicks where I'll drink nothing but like Alani or Bloom energy drinks, and then I'll get back on kicks where I'm drinking my coffee. And so it's just like, we all know I'm gonna drink coffee, right? Right. The problem has been that when I get on my coffee kicks, I have no way of making coffee at home. The only way I ever liked my coffee at home was whenever I made my coffee with my Nespresso machine. We have this like cheap coffee pot. I've tried and tried and tried different ways to make my coffee, different creamers, all the things, and I just do not like the way it tastes if I use the coffee pot. I have to force myself to drink it, which is kind of like, that's a waste of time. That's defeating the whole point. So I told Josh I felt like it was smart to invest in an espresso machine again. I got probably their most inexpensive one, I think. I feel like those are their more affordable ones. I did the math. Okay, I did the math on months where I got a coffee out daily. This machine and the pods I got pay for themselves within a month of me not going out and buying coffee out. It's gonna save us so much money. If I really, really want coffee, I'm gonna make it at home, and I'm only gonna treat myself to coffee out like maybe once a week if I really, really want it. So that's just another way for us to save money this year and pay off our debt. A lot of people think that the pods are pricey. Even with the price of the pods, it's saving us so much money per month if I'm not getting coffees out all the time. So I'm very excited, and okay, that was my long-winded thought, so I'm gonna pick you up again. I really want to make the drink that I ordered from Starbucks at home today, and I'm just waiting on the syrup to come in the mail. It's supposed to be delivered today, but I was able to get my hands on the Starbucks brown sugar syrup. I found out that they sell it on TikTok Shop too, because I've heard some stores will let you buy it in store. None of the Starbucks stores around here will let us buy it, but I still had some of that purple ticket money, and so I used it on a bottle of that syrup, the Starbucks syrup, and it's supposed to come today, and I'm so excited. And if it's so delicious, delicious. I'm just gonna simply have to figure out how to continue to get it. Like, I don't know. If one of you guys, like if your store sells it, you're gonna have to let me know. I'm not really sure what he's doing, but we love that. Back into the kitchen we go. I'm going to throw this crock pot meal together really quickly. Also, new crew neck sweater alert. It's got a bow on it and it says fearfully and wonderfully made. And it's so cute. And you guys know where it's from, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. It's from Love and Faith. They're always linked down below and I have a discount code. But anyway, get my crock pot. Don't look in here. This is actually not supposed to be seen. This is like Monica's closet. Ooh, I really want a new crock pot. Like, I'm talking about saving money. I'm not gonna actually buy a new crock pot, but I do want one of the Drew Barrymore ones. Okay, y'all. The meat strained. Cheese. The easiest recipe, all you need is ground beef, or you can do Italian sausage. That's what we used to make it with, but I don't really like Italian sausage that much. So we're using our Butcher Box ground beef. I want you guys to comment and let me know if any of you guys have actually ordered from Butcher Box. I've been talking about it a lot and I'm just curious if any of you guys have ordered it and what you ordered and if you liked it, because it's like basically the only meat we eat anymore. I'll have a link down below. We probably need to place another order pretty soon, but I just love it. I love that it just comes right to your door and it's just so much better for you. But you just need your meat, some tortellini, some mozzarella cheese, and some pasta sauce. I feel like I'm forgetting something. That's it. Yeah, that's all you need. We also made the switch to these garlic knots. We don't usually buy the box of like garlic bread or garlic breadsticks anymore because these garlic knots are so good. These are the 3 cheese, but the regular is good too. I just really don't want to get out my large tripod right now. So you put half a jar of your sauce in the bottom, or a little, you can put a little less. Honestly, I feel like I put a little less on the first layer. Then you take half of your tortellini. This is just a very easy meal. If you don't want to make dinner later, if you want to throw something in the crock pot, but also if you don't want to throw something in the crock pot at 8 a.m., you know, this just doesn't take very long in the crock pot. So we're gonna sprinkle these in, half of them. And then your cheese. Girl, no, not your cheese. Hold on, listen. Your meat. So, sauce, tortellini, meat. Just half of it. Basically, we're just doing this twice, okay? Cheese. Not too much, not too much. That was too much. The sauce. The rest of our tortellini. This is just so good too. Like, it's just so much more enjoyable than just like spaghetti or something. Meat. There's a big piece of meat in here and I'm not putting that in there. Just starting the video off immediately with a recipe. Oop. I do think I put too much cheese on the first layer. Supper's in the crock pot. We're gonna put it on low. That's it. And here's my mess. This and a skillet. That's not bad. I'm gonna let this run again now that we're not needing silence. This is what it looks like. You kind of can't see the sauce, but it's in there, girl. It's in there. Okay, I'm so excited. It's here. Somebody saw me. I guess I'm gonna use a butcher knife to open this bad boy, because everything else is in the dishwasher. I'm literally so excited. I thought it was gonna be like, I thought it was gonna be bigger, but I mean, this is a lot of syrup, you know what I mean? Like, what am I complaining for? I'm really so excited. Like, you have no idea. We're making a coffee right meow. It is 12:51. I was so hoping that it would get here before the afternoon. Y'all have got it. Help me. Seriously, I already know. If your Starbucks sells these bottles to you, we gotta figure something out, okay? This is about to be life-changing, and if it's not life-changing, I'm about to cry. We're gonna use our double espresso Chiaro. I have to make this feel like an old school vlog of mine because I used to show me making my coffee all the time. This one's a little harder to, hold on, close one-handed, but she's gorgeous, so like who cares, honestly. Move this here. So I am gonna go ahead and just prep my cup. I don't know what Myles is doing back there. I don't know how much of this I need, but I don't want my shot to die, so I wanna go ahead and have everything in my cup so I can just go ahead and add it as soon as the shot's done. And so we're just gonna kind of eyeball this. So I just haven't done this in a while, okay? So this is about to be so good. She does kind of sound like an airplane about to take off, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that's gorgeous. Just a little taste test before we put the lid on, because I have no idea how much syrup needs to be in here. This tastes like my drink, y'all. Oh, this is about to be a problem. Y'all saw the little amount I put in there out of this? This should last me a while, but I have to have a plan because I don't want to spend like 50 bucks on a bottle of that, you know? When you should be able to get it from Starbucks for like $13. They just don't want to sell that one. Why? We out here. I don't really like making the camera look up at me. Okay, it's not flattering, but the lighting here is decent. So I was gonna show you guys another sweater from Love and Faith, but I'm keeping it in the packaging because I'm gifting it to someone. So if you can see, it has a fox on here and it says be still and know. So whenever I was looking through picking out a couple of sweaters, I saw this one first and I was like, oh my gosh, the bow, cute, it's pink, I have to have it. And then the very next one that caught my eye was this one. I have a really sweet friend. I'm actually gonna give this to her whenever I see her at church this Sunday. She is an all-boy mom, just like myself, but a few years back, one of her sons was born sleeping and his name is Daxton. Everything they had bought for him, maybe not everything, but most of what they had bought for him, it was like his theme was foxes. And so that's just very special to her. They do a thing on his birthday where you wear like fox socks. And I just saw the fox and I could not help myself. So I figured out her sweater size and I'm gonna give it to her because it has a fox on it. How stinking cute. So this is another one that they have if you're interested. Literally, I cannot wait to give it to her. It's so cute. So last night, I threw a lot of clothes in the washer because I knew that I didn't have any leggings or anything clean and I needed something to be able to throw on this morning because I knew I had to go to a meeting right away. Once it was done, I was like, hey, I've got to put it in the dryer before we go to bed. I open up the washer. I don't really know how to explain to you what it looked like. It was just like the whole load of clothes had something all over it. It was like white stuff. I knew it wasn't that like a pull-up had been put in there because I know what that looks like. That has happened to me multiple times. It was so much worse. If you've ever put a diaper or a pull-up in the washer, I just want you to know this was so much worse. I finally figured out what it was. At some point in time, somebody had gotten toilet paper in this laundry basket, and I figured out it was like a roll of toilet paper got in there somehow because I found the roll later on as I was digging the clothes out. We had to Josh was completely in bed and I go to the washer, like I'm all the way across the house, and I said, Josh, I said, I don't know what to do. So he hopped up and he came and helped me. And we're like taking the shirts and pants and we're just like doing this, trying to get everything to like fly off of it. And then we had white stuff all over the floor. We re-washed it, put it in the dryer. It got most of it off, but like certain stuff like this, it's really stuck on there. So I'm gonna have to just lint roll it. Like I Googled it. Just so you know, if this happens to you, the first thing you should try is putting it in the dryer on low heat. And it'll all go in the little lint trap thing, or most of it. If that like isn't enough, they say you can rewash it and then put it in the dryer. If it's still on there like this, then just to use a lint roller. Toilet paper, like what? So now I'm gonna be putting laundry piece by piece. You know how y'all see me, I normally just dump it. It's not worth it. Like, look at this. Please, please. Let's see if this is satisfying. Let's see if it comes off. Oh, girl. It's not even working, is it? Girl. You know, I don't understand. I kind of feel like today's video, you're getting to see what I do in the 3-hour time frame from him getting home, in between him getting home and then like my older boys and Josh, which is kind of fun. Let me know what you guys think, just because I feel like my energy level is higher because I didn't start filming as soon as I woke up. Or not as soon as I woke up, like I'm up for a good hour or so by the time the boys get on the bus and I start filming, but waiting until noon, I kind of do feel like my energy's up. And like I said, I knocked out some stuff in the house beforehand. Every now and then I want to film that stuff, but sometimes I don't want to film myself cleaning. Like sometimes I just wake up and I look around and it's bothering me so much. I can't be bothered to do anything else until I fix the way the house looks. And it's not, I didn't make it perfect. It was rough. We went to bed with it rough. And I used to really be so good about cleaning the house up before bed. And I just feel like we've added so much to our nighttime routine. And it's good things. Like we have a children's Bible that's got Bible stories in it that we do each night with the boys. So we like sit at the kitchen table, we do that with them. Before that, me and Josh were doing our own little Bible readings together before bed, but we've kind of split off and we do that like solo individually now, because for me, I had a hard time with reading the Bible and absorbing it right before bed, because once it's a certain time of the day I'm done, it's better for me to read in the morning, sip my coffee and read. Just so much better for me personally. But anyways, it's just our nighttime routine is just like changed. It's so full, and like by the time we're done with everything, I'm done, and I've got to figure it out because I really don't like waking up to it. So I guess I just need to honestly suck it up and make myself clean up at night. Like, and Josh helps me. He's always helped me. But like if I'm like, screw it tonight, I'll deal with it in the morning, he's like, okay, cool, you know, like he's been at work all day, of course he's cool with that. That was really long-winded for no reason, but I forgot how much energy the Nespresso coffee gives me, because I was telling Josh, when we go to Starbucks or something, I don't feel like I get energy anymore. I feel like it just makes me like, takes the morning grumps away. But I'm like, I've got a pep in my step, and I've drank like maybe half of it. No, let me show you. Like what? Oh yeah, maybe that's half. And look, you wanna know how bad it was? I loaded this dishwasher, it's full, it's packed full. And there's still all of this. That's how many dishes I had before bed. But that's just proof and evidence that we've been eating at home so much more. Because I've had non-stop dishes. We are barely eating out, that was necessary. Again, saving money. So speaking of reading my Bible, I have pulled it out because I'm going to do that now. I was going to read from my Psalms devotional book to you guys. I haven't done that in a long time, and I liked it because they were nice, not too long, like a perfect length of something for me to read on here in a video, but I don't know where it is. I just looked all through my room, and I know recently I remember finding it in a weird spot. Bryce kind of likes to hoard things. He will take things, we'll find them in his room, or we'll find them in random spots. I don't know where it is. So for myself personally, I'm going to also read out of this. I have not read much out of this, and this is specifically for grief. I've been having a hard time with that recently, and so I think that this would be good for me today. But when I find that devotional book, I can definitely start reading out of that again for you guys. I miss doing that, and it was definitely beneficial to me as well, because it actually helped me to read it more often as well. But I'm gonna spend some time reading. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and we will see you in the next video. Bye guys.